What is up, everybody? My name is Steven Monka.
And my name is Mike Chernikowski, and we are Coastal Collabs. That's what this brand is. And this video is an elaborative effort to explain a little bit more than what the intro video put out for you guys. And the intro video you should have watched prior to this video. And if you didn't, we'll link that in the description box below. But for those that you don't understand what that video was about and you wanted a couple more questions answered, that's what we're here to do.
Yes, sir.
So let's get started. Kind of tell them what our brand embodies.
So pretty much what we're doing with Coastal Collabs is we are going to be going around to people and we're going to be sharing their story. So we're going to be not only interested in people in the fitness industry. If you know us personally, you know that's our niche. That's what we do. That's what we focus on. But that is not what this company is all about. That's why we did call it Coastal Collabs, because it's a very broad name that is meant for us to travel around, meet new people, and kind of share people's stories in a unique and interesting way to you guys, so you guys could get to know them, and then hopefully it becomes a hub where everybody could kind of get to know other people. You guys could kind of meet each other, kind of collab, and we're kind of acting as a medium for that.
Yeah, exactly, like a medium, a gateway, because like you said, we're not trying to just be within the fitness industry because we feel like we hit a wall, and we want to. There's so many great stories out there and so many inspiring people, and I feel like this is a great platform to cross breed, I guess you could say, those industries and bring people together. So the best way that we can put it here for you, and the thing is, like, we want people to help other people succeed. You know, that's what we're doing. Like, we're hoping by us doing this, it is going to not only help others touch more lives than they already are, but it's also going to allow us to give them an opportunity of it by doing these cinematic stories and, you know, really getting in depth of what they're about. It's really going to help open doors for themselves in the industry that they work. So that's kind of like, you know, what we're hoping for here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'll kind of show you guys how this is going to work. This is the simplest way that I could put it. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be right in the middle here. If you guys can see that right here, you got 1, 2, 3 down here and 4 all the way down here. What we have here is, say we have a fitness industry guy up here, and for a lot of you watching this, you might know who Christian Guzman and TJ Hunt is, so we'll just use them as like just a basic example. All right, and say TJ Hunt is all the way down here. So if you have that here, say with Guzman he has 300,000 followers. We're just using simple numbers. All right, and then you have TJ Hunt down here with 300K. Now and for those of you that don't know, TJ Hunt is a car industry. He's really big in the car industry, and Christian Guzman's really big in the fitness industry. And probably like almost a year ago, they collabed with one another, and they brought both of their industries together, and it helped their following grow. And now by their following growing, it allowed them to inspire more lives with their specific niche and interest. Okay, so what we're saying is, say with Guzman, there's 75K who like cars, and say with TJ Hunt, there's 75K who like fitness. Now when they find one another, we will share their stories. Because we shared their stories, and like Steven said, this became a hub for those people. They will watch it, and next thing you know, those guys from there will come all the way down here, and his guys from there will go here. So now their following had just gone up to help them grow their brand, but also now they're going to help touch more lives than they already were by crossbreeding those industries and reaching different industries. And we think that's like super important because there's a lot of people with many interests, and we think that's going to go a long way.
And another thing is, so a lot of these people, they have YouTube accounts, they have YouTube channels, and you might have just recently started following them, and you guys have seen how they've gotten to where they are, but you don't really know their story and how they got there. And that's kind of what we want to do in a very cinematic way. We want to be able to share stories and how people got where they are, because you might be somewhere in your life that you feel like there's, let's just say, like no getting out of, or something like that. But hopefully if we could share someone's story that has a very similar story to you, or you've seen someone that we do and they've had a rough upcoming, and I feel like it could just give hope to people that view our channel and our website and all that stuff, and it might give you motivation, it might give you hope to keep pushing and get you to where you want to be in the future.
Yeah, because like I always tell people, your perception is your reality, and we want to be able to give the real reality of an individual to the audience. That way they can then have the actual reality perception, if that makes sense. Because, again, I'll use Guzman as an example. A lot of people, me and Steven have watched him for the past 4 years, before he even had his first gym, before Alpha Elite was even a thing, and we saw him release that, and we bought his first clothing apparel shirt, and it was like, people that start watching him today, they just see a young 24-year-old drives a Lamborghini, super successful, and just to be blunt, they might think he's a tool or whatever, but that's not how we view him, because we've been watching him for so many years, so we know that he started from nothing to something, so we want to be able to make some, like, the reality, the actual perception that you might perceive for that person. So that's another goal for ours. Just kind of set the story straight.
Yeah, and hopefully through this, you guys, we're going to be doing different kind of videos. We're going to be doing a podcast with the person, and we kind of want this to be, at least I would like this to be very interactive and have you guys actually comment. And if you guys have anybody we want to do a story on, we have a contact us page on our website. And I just want to be able to get your feedback on everything we're doing. If you want us to work with people and
like he's saying, like, I like to use this example a lot, and me and him are both into superheroes. So, and I like to use the example of the Justice League for those of you that are interested. And each person in the Justice League has different powers, and they can do their own thing. But without working as a team and bringing their powers together, they wouldn't be the Justice League, obviously. So we want to use that outlook to say everyone has their own thing to do, but it's a collaborative effort. And if you see on our website page, it says, to be able to work as a team will enable you to be better as an individual. Okay, and that's super important here. So, like, the collaborative effort goes beyond the infrastructure. The collaborative effort works from you guys on the outside to help us, because you really is what's going to help us build, because it's your ideas and our ideas that's going to come together and blow this up in terms of making the stories proper and getting your feedback and truly using your feedback to mold our business model going forward.
So pretty much as we're going forward, we do have a couple people we're in talks with and a couple people we're talking to do their stories. The first one we actually do have on the website, and you could go check them out.
You guys actually know already. His name's Pat Hall. So let it continue. I just wanted to say.
So we have all his information, what he's about, and his upcoming contest and all that on the website. And we do want to keep it very open with that with the people we work with. And we don't want to just work with the person and then, I don't know.
We want to, Pat Hall is doing a lot of big stuff coming up, and, we're going to kind of save it, but we want to stay in contact with these people throughout, and keep them on our website through and through, so they can feel super part of this. And I think where this is going to, this is the one part we should have mentioned in the beginning. Our society is very me, and we are presenting a you opportunity, because I know, and he could probably relate to this, we love watching YouTube videos. We love diving into other people's lives, and I think people like to share their stories, and we're doing this for free. This is our thing right now, so we want to share stories, and we know people want to share their stories. And I think it's funny because I grew up wanting to be a journalism major, and then I ended up going to kinesiology. And for those of you that don't know, that's the study of human movement. I wanted to become a doctor, a chiropractor, physical therapist.
And then the thing I wanted to originally do when I was first got into high school is I loved photography. I took the intro to photography class. I took advanced photography as soon as I could, and I've always enjoyed taking pictures and doing things like that. And it's just really funny how now the idea that we had and everything that's getting molded together is actually, I am using my photography and he is using this is journalism. It is a whole new way of journalism. So you'll see on the website right now leading up to this, it's just our outlook for this is do a travel vlog. Now with the person we're going to be doing first, Pat Hall, he is local, so there's not really much travel. I guess for certain places there could be, but then we want to do an actual informative story, cinematic storytelling of what their life has been like up to the point that you see them at now. And then we actually want to make a video on them performing their niche. Whatever their craft is.
That way you guys can see it in action, whether it's a day in the life or however we go about it. And then Steven's the one that came up with the idea. And I was weird about it at first, but this sounds like an awesome idea as a podcast, because the podcast not only is another platform for you to all listen, but with a YouTube video, we just kind of the story is just being told, but the podcast allows it to be discussed. And I think if you could discuss a story and go in detail and more depth, people really enjoy that. So,
and we know personally, not everyone has time to sit down. We know everyone's busy. We really appreciate any time that you take out to watch any of our videos, but we feel like a podcast you could listen on the way to work. You could listen in the gym while you're doing cardio. It's just another personal way to get somebody's story out and to really dive deeper, like he was saying, to dive deeper into their story and get to know the person a little bit better. So that's what we're going to be going through.
Yeah, and it can work two different ways. Like, you can be someone who just like podcasts, and then you listen to it, and then you're like, wow, wait, they have a whole week's. And the thing is, we're going to be giving a whole week's worth of time for these people. Like, we're going to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever days we pick to drop the video. So like, we're devoting a lot of time to them through our platform. And if you might just like podcasts, once you hear their story, you're like, wow, I really want to see how this person is in action, or vice versa. So I think it's just a lot of good opportunities. And I've always wanted to move to somewhere warm or whatever, but like, this allows me to kind of stay here at home, and we can travel, and and it's amazing that we can travel with a purpose.
Yep.
So we're just really excited with the opportunities, and we never know like what kind of opportunities this is going to open for other people, and there might be someone in one industry who likes another person in another industry, and because we did this, it brings them together, okay? And then by bringing those two together, it then reaches their audience, it flowers back out to their audience, and now they're able to reach more lives. And that's the biggest thing we want you guys to take away from this, is we want to bring people together so they can flower out and reach more lives than they already are. Okay, that's exactly all we want here, all right? Because we believe with this platform that can be done. And like I said, so many people are worried about building their own brand, and we're worried about helping, in a way, build yours to build others.
Yep.
I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Perfectly explained, yeah.
Is that pretty much all
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we have here. That's like, if there's any more questions that he didn't answer, I think one question we do get a lot, if this video is not too long yet, how are we going to make money off this? We're not really worried about making money.
Yeah.
We do, obviously, going forward as a business model, at some point, we're going to come up with ways that we can, because that's just life. You have to live. But for what we really want to do, I truly believe, and so does Steven, that if you stick to your core values, your root values, and you just work off those, whatever success you have in terms of money or materialistic things or whatever, that's all going to be a byproduct of just sticking to your core values. Shoot us on DM on Instagram. All those links will be in the box below.
Yeah, and if you guys have a story, or you have somebody that you know that you think has a really awesome story that you want us to share, we are 100% interested in listening, and we would really love to shoot us a some kind of message in the contact of who the person is, or that person could reach out to us, and we will be more than welcome to kind of meet them and kind of see what we could do going forward with that.
Yeah, if you guys really believe that that you have a story that can add value to
other people's
lives in a great way, then please share us that story, because there's so many great stories out there. And one other thing before we end this video, it's probably getting really long, but it's okay, is there's so many people in so many industries that are so big that I have no idea who they are, and then someone tells me about them and I start watching them, I'm like, wow, this person's dope. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy how many people are out there and how many stories can be told, and there's so much value to add to people's lives, and it's just like, it's limitless for us. And the people that I discover are just in the fitness industry, man. Like, wait till we get to, music.
Yep, cooking, car people, snowboarder, skier, whatever it is. That's really, we're trying to branch out, and
there's so many industries that we don't know about that we're not mentioning, that we can find out and be like, wow, like that person in that industry that we had no idea about, and they have a great story, a great platform to share. And it's not about likability, it's about relatability, and there's so much relatability out there for people. So that's pretty much it, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Again, Mike Chernikowski here.
Steven Monka.
We are Coastal Collabs, and that was really dope. I'm really excited to get started, and we'll see you guys from this point forward. Let's get it.
That's dope.